In this video, we're going to review the Release of Information document, or the ROI. Each adult in the household, age 18 and over, needs to sign their own ROI. Now think of the ROI as an opportunity to provide the client with information about privacy, confidentiality, and security, so they are providing informed consent. It's also an opportunity to empower the client to make a decision regarding how they would like their information shared in the HMIS, or even if they want to share it. To be clear, the ROI needs to be completed with the client prior to any instance in which you collect data. Without the ROI on file, you should not even begin the intake paperwork for the client. The time dedicated to thoroughly reviewing the ROI with the client should also be used to answer any lingering questions the client may have about their rights and how their data might be used. Now, let's jump into the ROI. The document is broken down into bite-sized pieces that should make it easy for you to read directly. There is also a script that you can use to present this ROI to clients. For clients that are reviewing the ROI over the phone, or for clients with visual impairments, it's recommended that you read the ROI section by section, word for word. You'll see that the first section gives a quick run-through of HMIS. Here, you'll briefly describe to clients what HMIS is, the fact that their information is going into HMIS, and what those data elements might include. It's important to note that the list on the bottom line is not exhaustive, but we tried to pick data elements that we felt clients would be most concerned about. The next section about this form describes what the ROI is. The ROI controls whether or not the client shares their information in HMIS. Be clear that sharing means other HMIS users from different agencies using our HMIS can see their data. HMIS has security rules that are updated regularly to meet privacy and confidentiality laws, and all HMIS users are required to sign a confidentiality agreement, agreeing to protect the client's privacy. THN keeps an up-to-date list of participating agencies on its website that you and the client can refer to. We recommend having that list on hand just in case the client asks. By signing the form, the client is allowing the sharing of their information with other agencies for 7 years or until the client indicates otherwise. There are benefits to sharing information, including reducing the time answering questions and making it easier to match help to the household. Sharing may also make reporting to funders easier, which may bring more funding to your community to help end homelessness. The Your Rights section outlines the client's rights. This section ties back to access and correction, transparency, and accountability. Go over each right with the client and answer any questions they might have. The client has the right not to share their information, and they also have the right to receive help regardless of their decision about sharing their information. The next section, Sharing Outside of HMIS, outlines the instances where agencies may share the client's information outside of HMIS, whether or not the client opts to share their information. These reasons are in the 2004 HMIS Data and Technical Standards under the Allowable Uses and Disclosures of Data. Go over each instance with the client and answer any questions they might have. The second page of the ROI has various places for the client to sign. If the client agrees to share their information, they would sign on the first line where it says Participant Signature. The children's names box is where any children in the household should be listed. If the client does not want their children's information shared in HMIS, then they will need to sign in this box as well. The last box on this page covers two different things. First is verbal consent. Our privacy policy allows for verbal consent, so if you are walking the client through the ROI over the phone, you can obtain their verbal consent to share information. If the client verbally consents to share their information, then project staff signs on the line. However, the ROI must be reviewed again and obtained when the client physically presents at the agency for services. Finally, the last signature line indicates when the client does not wish to share their information. If they do not wish to share their information, then project staff must sign on this line. That's the ROI in a nutshell. In the next video, we'll look at how all of this information translates into HMIS.